They don't really love me, they not really for me. When I die, is you gon' show up to the ceremony? I just bought a Bentley, just to bet you Christian Louboutin to make a switch religion. I'm not stupid, baby, but the mansion is. Me and Benji are related like we're relatives. Brought the millions in. Go and get it, I'm the shit and don't need no laxative.
I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. See, they don't love us, they just love it. How we live, 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 how we live. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live.
They say in due time, but my watch broke. I know. It's a cold world, but we got coats. We grinding to make it. Yes. We shining, they hate. Yes. We bored or we fall. Every diamond's a flavor. I'm signed to the pavement. I'm crossing them over. I'm backing them down. Standing tall like a soldier. These players can't hold us. It's the winner's race. Eating with Ken and Ace at a table, no dinner plates. We the best, get it straight. What's the problem, baby? Raised out of Harlem, baby. What's driving my mama crazy? They ain't trying to give it, so I gotta go get it. Harder than ever to
I
live.
get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it.
That's all you, man.
Sunday in the NBA at the world's most famous arena. The Knickerbockers took advantage of an early start.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. He was one of the bigger stories of the offseason. LaMarcus Aldridge, courted by many, but ultimately decided to come home to Texas, the state he grew up in. What does he provide this new team, Shaq?
Well, the good thing about Aldridge is he can fit in well with the group that is already in place. Doesn't need a ton of touches to be productive, but when he gets it, he's going to shoot at an impressive rate.
Well, he'll have a little bit of pressure on him because he's expected to lift this team to a whole nother level again. So,
oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
We've got an electric crowd here in Golden State's Oracle Arena. We've got the San Antonio Spurs facing the Golden State Warriors. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So Golden State will get the first possession. Here's Thompson. Outside, Green, out to the wing. It's Curry outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. There are very few players you can call game changers on offense, but Clark, Stephen Curry is clearly one of them.
Well, the plus-minus for the Warriors with him on and off the court validates that. It's incredible how much better they are offensively when he's on the floor.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the 5 down low. Parker drives in. Can't connect from short range.
And Steph Curry, with his deep range and lightning quick release, really unique to our league. I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We've got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
Thank you, Doris.
And speaking of Curry, guys, that quick slingshot release, really one of a kind. For most of us, a quick flick shot like that would be lucky to draw iron, but he's able to do it with pinpoint accuracy.
Now the pass to Green. Lets it go from the wing. Rebound San Antonio.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Green, the pass to Duncan. Sinks that one from the post.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Fires top of the key. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. And that's now 7 points for Steph Curry. Parker kicks to Duncan. Aldridge a screen. Fades away. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Thompson, and the wide open shot from Green. Offensive rebound, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games. You know, you take a look at this group of Spurs and you wonder if they've peaked. I mean, it seems you say that a lot with this team, and they prove you wrong. But Popovich said last year he feels it might actually be the case.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Duncan kicks to Aldridge. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. You know, one thing about this San Antonio team, they just didn't go away last year. Pop himself said he felt they peaked in the 2014 finals.
You know, and you wonder if what Pop said is true. Spurs lost in the first round last year, and they'll be going through a lot of changes in the near future. And with the way they run that organization, they'll still be competing, I believe, for quite some time.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Warriors leading by 3. Here's Curry. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
Spurs over his 14 years there. Just a crafty guy with the ball in his hand.
1:39 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Curry. It's stolen by Green. He dishes it to Leonard. Green, the pass to Parker. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And continuing our talk of Tony Parker, the first year he laced up his sneakers, he increased the tempo for that entire Spurs offense, and it continues to this day.
Yeah, and the increase in floor spacing and tempo, a big reason the Admiral, Tim Duncan, and Parker won the championship together in 2003, and obviously Duncan and Parker have won a few more rings since then.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft, and Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
Mills, he's checked in for Parker. Curry against Green. Now here's Mills. He's tightly guarded. And here's Leonard from three. Here's Duncan. Tries yet again. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green. Warriors leading by 4. Curry kicks to Bogut. Mills with the steal. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Warriors have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. 17 points for Steph Curry.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Moving it up. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
And we had the chance to catch up with Greg Popovich, and he talked about how he felt Tony Parker ranks among the league.
To be in the conversation, I think, is tough.
Pop breaking it down and telling it like it is as usual, Clark. You got to love having a guy like that as your coach.
Without question. I mean, you have no idea how huge that is for a player to get that kind of support and backing from his coach. Is Tony Parker a great all-star and champion? In my book, absolutely, without question. But would he have reached that level without Greg Popovich as his coach?
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Warriors.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
On the court for San Antonio here in the
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. The three from Mills. The rebound by Azili. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense you know, G, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Martin kicks to Mills. Puts up a three. No good. So Golden State will take it the other way. From deep three-point range, here's Jay. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Jay's got 7 points in the game.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, you know, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He talked to his guys about the importance of functioning as a unit, not as individuals, and on the need to help each other find open shots on the perimeter. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
And you really got to admire Boris Diaw. I mean, he's found a way to kind of reform his game as he's gotten older. I mean, so different than when he was new to the league.
Always some entertainment value when you go with the windmill jam.
Yeah, rim shaker and the wrist breaker.
Outrageous, guys.
Spurs trail by 14. Mills with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. The dish to Diaw. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Diaw lost his athleticism and is a slower player than before. You could argue he's more productive now, though, Clark, than ever.
Well, his game was always on the ground in my mind. He's highly skilled. He's much more cerebral on the floor than given credit. I mean, I think he is really a difficult matchup because he's crafty, he's tough, and he's experienced and skilled.
Martin wide open. He fires. Misses the wing J.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
And he gets the bucket. Anderson's got his first basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in.
Give it up for your Warriors girls.
Warriors leading by 10. Here's Jay from the high post. He drills it. Jay's got 11.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. A nice shot by Anderson.
Right there, West used that ample frame of his to open up space for the shooter. Solid screen.
Iguodala dishes to Azili to the left wing. Fires from the corner, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Picked by West. Down low, up off the screen.
West.
And the layup is good.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Bogut comes in for Festus Ezeli, and Curry subbed in for Thompson. Spurs trail by 10. Parker kicks to Ginobili. Shoots the three, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 5th assist in this one. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart, he's tough, he's all about team, and, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
Ginobili gets a wide open look. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Warriors leading by 7. Outside Curry. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Pass to Ginobili. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the half. Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Wasted no time on that one. And now a 12-point Warrior lead.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Parker outside. Can they get it? Aldridge's shot is good. Aldridge has got 9.
And when you've got that much of a size advantage on your defender, that's how you take it down.
Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave them to him.
And that does it for the first half of play. Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Coach, you're going to have to climb a bit of a hill here in the second half. What are you telling your guys they need to do to turn this thing around?
I think we just moved the ball a little bit. We were just on the dribble a little bit too much, and there's got a lot of pressure out there, so the ball's got to move.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you at the table.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They lead by 15. Kenny, let's go to you. Your opinion on their game so far.
Well, their three-point shooting has told the tale here tonight, fellas. They've been lights out from behind the arc. Whether it's coming off a high screen or pulling off the dribble, it seems like whatever they're doing, it's going correct. There's not a lot you can do when a team's got this hot from downtown.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
They're getting completely outworked on the glass. Giving up that many rebounds is how you dig yourself into a hole like this, Ernie. They want to close the gap on the scoreboard. They got to close the gap on the boards. You like that, Ernie? They want to close the gap on the scoreboard. They got to close the gap on the boards. Oh, I'm so good.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
Spurs trail by 15.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Jay out there with Curry, and it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. That's the Warriors' foul.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Jay! Spurs foul. Daniel Green.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Duncan with a screen on Curry, and the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Jay, he's covered by Leonard. Kicks it to Bogut. Thompson against Parker. Golden State moving the ball around. And that one's good. And it's now 23 points for Steph Curry.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Yeah, another turnover, but guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
Spurs trail by 20. Parker kicks to Green. The wide open look here for Aldridge. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
His 2nd personal, 2nd team.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
San Antonio calls timeout. Without question, Jay displaying his skills today.
He's on fire, and they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
The drive by Green. Here's Leonard. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Leonard's got 7 points. And guys, as a 2nd-round pick, Danny Green was once an afterthought out of North Carolina. Now, he's one of the most dangerous three-point shooters in the league.
You're right, Kevin. Throughout last season, and 42% from beyond the arc for his career. And great consistency, too. He's been over 41 every season for the past 4.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Talking about Danny Green, he owns one of the better field goal percentages for a volume three-point shooter in the league. And he's a marksman at the charity stripe, too. A valuable role player for any offense.
Jay. Great D that time from Leonard.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Three-pointer. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 7th assist in the game. That'll be a 5-second call.
And when you think about Danny Green, he doesn't just hit from downtown. He does it when it counts. Go back to that NBA Finals back in 13, and he made a total of 27 threes, smashing the previous record of 22, and that's coming up big in the biggest moments.
Warriors leading by 13. Here's Jay, and that one is hammered home.
And a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Leonard, the pass to Parker. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in, and San Antonio with the change here, too. Martin's checked in. The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. It's Martin on the wing from past the arc. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. On its way from Curry for 2, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
Daniel Green.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. It's stolen by Duncan. Green against Green. Green, no luck. Warriors leading by 11. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. San Antonio's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And Mills kicks to Duncan. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Green with the block.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark fourth back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
They still lead, but they've got to do a much better job taking care of the ball.
And guys, points off turnovers becoming more and more of a factor here, and part of the reason why that lead is evaporating. And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost.
After comeback, I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
Good. Now here's Mills. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Timeout. Start it.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through LaMarcus Aldridge. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. Clearly, Clearly some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. He had a nice open look right there. Mills has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. That'll be a 5-second call.
I don't think they've been valuing the ball enough, not really valuing the possession.
Not at all. In this quarter alone, they've yielded 8 points on giveaways, and their lead shrinking by the minute.
Duncan dishes to Ginobili. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Now Mills to the paint, and it's sent back by Bogut.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
And Ginobili, here we go. And it's San Antonio with another.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
And here is Curry. He has 29. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Guys, sloppy play is really costing.
And their lead disappearing. I mean, they've given up a ton of points off of turnovers in this quarter.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. West is checked in for Duncan. Kyle Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Parker's subbed in for Patty Mills. Picked by West. And Parker, here we go. Misses the shot.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for...
And the final period of play just about to start. Warriors leading by 7 on the floor for San Antonio. The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. West out there with Anderson. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. San Antonio's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Parker drives in. Ginobili outside. They grab their own miss. And the rejection by Iguodala. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
2 points, tornadoes.
Ginobili the pass to Parker. Inside, Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 8th assist in the game. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Spurs ball.
And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
West against Green. Anderson, a screen on Thompson. Ginobili kicks to Anderson. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from David West.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Aldridge comes in for Kyle Anderson. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Leonard kicks to Parker. Spurs passing it around. They get it back. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Aldridge.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
I tell you what, they've got a nice reservation for him over on the bench if he keeps this up. 4th turnover already.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Leonard dishes to Parker. Leonard kicks to Parker. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 7 points for Tony Parker.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And so last season for Tony Parker, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assists and points per game totals since his rookie year. But he fought through like the champion that he is.
a moment to check in with
saying to the team, it's been a hard-fought game, and he just wanted to give his guys a chance to catch their breath, saying, listen, we're right there. Let's make a push right here, put some pressure on him. Let's come out swinging. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Last year, a big challenge for Tony Parker. He was in his 14th season, obviously. Every great player needs to transform his game as he gets on an age clock. We've seen it with the great ones. Parker did put up the highest three-point percentage of his career last year.
And he also ran the offense with tremendous poise and professionalism and cut down the turnover average as well, the lowest of his career.
He feeds it to Aldridge to take the lead.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising in such a tight game.
Yeah, they've had their chances, and they're playing with passion. They've just got to tighten up on the execution.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Thompson again missing. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg. And I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. I mean, they were down big early. They were composed, and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive.
Back to Parker. The rebound by Ezeli. Ezeli's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Thompson passes to Barnes. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Tim Duncan picks one up. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
And guys, something every team strives for is getting points off of turnovers, and they've done that here in both halves.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Festus Ezeli. And Curry subbed in for Andre Iguodala. But they recover it. No good from Bogut. San Antonio trailing here. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Green leading the charge. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Barnes. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
6 to shoot. Now here's Parker. He's tightly guarded. Golden State's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
To the paint. Here's Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Duncan's got it all tied up now for the Spurs. Golden State's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Parker outside, feeds to Aldridge. Tries from the block. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
On its way from Curry for 2. Backhands the shot from the wing. Curry's got 31.
He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Warriors down.
Parker drives in. Kept alive. Aldridge. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, how about LaMarcus Aldridge in this one? He's got 17 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
He's got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation. Guys, this game's tied up primarily because of him. I mean, who knows where they'd be without his points today.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Warriors down.
Off the inbound. Leonard, no luck.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Double team on Parker. Shoots from 14. Nails it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And just look at what Aldridge is doing.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
34 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Parker outside. A second chance effort. Sinks it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Still Warriors ball.
Dives for it. And stolen by Aldridge.
Still a chance here, but they need to score.
I really agree, but it has to happen on every possession. They need points every trip. Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
Outside Curry. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. So Golden State will get the first possession. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. To the inside. Here's Bogut. Here's Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Green's got the first basket here in overtime for the Warriors.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. Curry is out there with Jay, and it's Iguodala in at the 3. Here's Jay, and the Warriors get it back. Bogut the pass to Jay. That's good from 17 feet away. Jay's got it, got 35.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And here's Mills for three. Warriors with the rebound.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They trail by 3. 1:56 left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. We play just over a minute here in OT. The drive by Green, and he gets it to go. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Got that one up quick. Now it's a 6-point Warrior lead.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Screen by Duncan. Here's Aldridge. They get it again. Second chance shot. That's good. That's now 8 points for Tim Duncan.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
Here's Jay. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got 8 rebounds in this game. And Mills kicks to Duncan. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now just a 2 of 8 shooting.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Down low. Here's Leonard. Yes!
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now, here's Mills. Defense is right there. Green. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's Green. Great D that time from Duncan. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Mills. The feed now to Aldridge. Inside, Leonard dishes to Duncan. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And now Curry running the floor all by himself.
Today, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coast.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Outside Leonard. Duncan, the pass to Aldridge. Parker outside. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They escaped with a victory, although they needed, Clark, an extra period to get it done.
Well, I think it was one heck of a ball game. Both teams gave great effort, and the bounces just went their way in overtime.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Congratulations on this win tonight, Stephen, and tell us a little bit about
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so is Shaquille O'Neal. Time now for some highlights as we take a look at our Jordan player of the game. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. and the impact carried them through the entire game.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
He made a big impact with his three-point shooting. 12, that's right, 12 of his points came from beyond the arc. He really allowed them to stretch out the defense and open up the floor for driving lanes as well.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
Yeah.